Okay, ladies, so I'm going to go over application really quick. Application and nail prep is absolutely key to getting a good application. That is before you apply wraps, before you apply fingernail polish, before you apply anything to your nail. You want to make sure that you have a great base started. You want to make sure that you remove any type of oil, dirt, grime, lunch, whatever's left on your nails. You want to make sure you remove that before you try to apply your wraps. So I've already washed my hands in Dawn, and I am now going to use this awesome cuticle chrome spoon pusher that I found at Sally's. It does an amazing job removing what we call your invisible cuticle. So you want to push your cuticles back, and you want to go over your nail very well, especially right around this area here, because there's actually a very thin layer of skin that grows from your cuticle to the tip of your nail. And if you don't remove that, what will happen is you will have like the perfect application, and in a couple of days you will notice your wraps starting to bubble along this area. And that's because your invisible cuticle is basically skin. So if you don't remove that skin, it's oily. So that oil is going to break down the adhesive and cause your wraps to bubble there. So you probably can't even see your invisible cuticle, but once you start pushing your cuticles back, and you can also do this in the shower, you'll be able to see it kind of looks like dead skin a little bit. But I love this little handy dandy tool here because you can really get in there and get that cleaned out. And you can kind of see it flaking off. See that? So you want to make sure and remove all of that from your nails. If you're in a hurry, some people like to just take a buffing block, and you can just gently buff along those. You just want to make sure that you get along that cuticle area really well and try to remove as much of it as you can. So you want to go through and do this to all of your nails. All right, and then I'm going to take our non-acetone nail prep cleanser, and I'm going to clean that off really well and get off all that dead skin that I just scraped. All right, so now, as you can see, I still have all of these left over from doing my one hand. So you can see that you get plenty of wraps on a sheet to do multiple manicures, pedicures. So when you are choosing which size, I always recommend going a little bit smaller than the size that you think you need, because when you heat these up, they kind of stretch and become very flexible. So you want to make sure that the wrap is not touching your skin or your cuticle at all. I'm going to turn this here. So you just kind of hold it up like this. Sometimes it's easier if you flip it over. You can kind of gauge. If there's a little bit of your nail showing on the side, that's okay. I would rather see some of your nail than see it overlapping on to your skin. So I'm going to go ahead and use this piece right here. I already used the other side for this thumb. So I like to remove it. I like to use tweezers to remove it. Again, just to avoid getting any type of oil or dirt on the sticky side. So I'm just gonna pull it up like this. And here I have our heater. This is our heater. Love it. So I am just going to hold the wrap in front of the heater just for about 3 to 5 seconds. You'll know, see, it kind of starts to curve around. And then I am going to line this right up, and I'm just going to go ahead and just stick it on for now. And if I need to lift it and replace it, I can do that. So you just want to line it right up to your cuticle without putting it on your cuticle. And then you're going to push down the center and then to the sides and give it a little bit of a tug here. And now I'm going to check it out and make sure. I like to take this and just kind of put it under, go along my edges just to make sure that nothing is touching my skin. And I'm going to actually take this and go along here and push those and make sure those edges are down really well. So this is a little large right over here, so I'm just going to trim that off. All right. So at this point, I would go and I would apply all of the wraps to my nails, and then after I'm done, then I'm going to come back after I've let these cool down a little bit and trim off most of that extra, just like that. And then I'm going to take my file and I'm going to hold it straight up and down. And I'm going to file straight down. And you see that that extra just files right off. And that's it. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, kids. Now, if you want to apply a little bit more heat, you can do that. But that's it. Pretty cool, huh? If you have any questions, please feel free to message me. I am happy to help. I'll talk with you later.